Hi, it's Clyde Watkins again with another key message from our action guide in the kit we've developed called Successful Campaigns at the Local Level. Now this step tells you that you've got to figure out your goal by the sources you're going to get it from. We've just talked about getting your goal squared away in terms of how you're going to use the money. Frankly, that's the easy part. You've got to look at the kinds of programs you've had in the past and what's worked and what hasn't. Here are the basic sources that you can get money from. We've talked about your annual fund, and it's very important to think about how you're going to handle your annual fund during the campaign. And then there are major gifts, however you define them. Some organizations think of a major gift as $100,000 or more. That's probably not going to be the case for your organization. You're going to think of major gifts probably at $1,000 or more. But if your campaign goal is into the millions, you're going to need some six-figure gifts, I promise you. So you have to think of the relationship of your existing annual fund to major gifts from individuals and families. There's also another device called plan giving. We've all heard of bequests that people leave to charitable institutions. That is one form of plan giving and the most popular form. But there are also all kinds of life income gifts, including gifts that people can make during their lifetimes for capital purposes. That's called a term trust or a lead trust, if you will, and it has increasing popularity in today's marketplace. Then there are foundations, not just family foundations, not just corporate foundations, but foundations that exist for the sole purpose of giving money away. They have boards, they have guidelines, and they have professional staff. You probably can get some money from foundations, but not necessarily as much as you might think, so be cautious about this. The same thing applies to corporations. You should be looking at the companies that are employers in your area. This can be regional offices, sometimes it can be outlets for consumer purchasing. But look at those companies and understand what motive they might have for supporting your organization. Look at groups and associations, religious organizations, Kiwanis, Lions, and so on. And finally, special events. You undoubtedly have a special event, at least one a year, to raise money for your organization. Perhaps you can have more special events. Maybe there's one big special event at the end of your campaign to invite all of those who haven't participated. This is where the money's going to come from, and you've got to figure out how that balance is going to equal the same amount that you've already figured out you're going to seek in your campaign and how you're going to apply. There are three ways that you're going to look at your fundraising goal: by source of support, which we've just talked about, by purpose of support, which we've talked about previously, and by range of support, which we'll talk about in our next key message. If you're interested in getting all 20 messages on the key steps to success, sign up and become part of our list at www.capitalcampaignplans.com, and we'll make sure you get all 20. Thanks.